Hello, hello, hello. I'm discombobulated. Give everybody a few minutes to get situated. Oh my goodness. I was I was on Facebook and my camera shut off. So I'm on my laptop now. We'll get y'all taken care of on my laptop. How is everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Go ahead, if you're on here with me, go ahead and say hello in the chat so I can know that you're here, so I can know that I'm not by myself. I see people on here. I know it's a delay. My girl, Ellen will not leave me here by myself. Lisa will not leave me here by myself. Hello, ladies. Hello, my two favorites. Hey, Alanis. Look at Alanis. Alanis done jumped over here too. Alanis was in the community. Oh, Lisa was in the community also. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. Well, shoot, I can't go over the same material if I got no. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all. I am just playing. Hey, Derek, how are you? Oh, let me look. Let me drink some water, y'all. All right. So, y'all already know new people coming in. When you come in, like the video. Go ahead and like the video, you guys. If you're on here, I see how many people are on here. If you are on here, go ahead and like the video. Give me a thumbs up, okay? Like the video for me. And let's see what we can get into tonight. I'm so happy. Alanis is a new mentee. She ended up asking the question, is it good to have a group home in Nashville? And bam, we already got a mentee that has went through the process and already has their group home up and running. I am happy to say. And so she is, I just want you to know you in good hands, girl. You are in good hands. And that is what being in a community does, you guys. That's what it does. It gives you access to people in the same frame of mind as you, for one, because like I said, everybody in there is either has a group home or you're working toward having a group home. And so they're in that mindset. So you're not getting a bunch of, all kinds of stuff. It's focused. Then you already narrowed it down because now you're in the mentorship group. And y'all know I keep that small. Even though we went a little over, right now we're at about 22. I try to keep it at about 20 people, but for some reason, a lot of people have been hitting me up in regards to it. And so a few extra, Alana's being one, did the application and ended up getting in because man, y'all, I can't turn down the passion. I can't turn down somebody that's just like passionate and just really wants it. I can't do it. If I think you're gonna be lollygagging around, then I'll be like, nah, you ain't ready. But for those that are serious, oh, you need to be in the mentorship group if you serious. So yeah, so it's it's been very busy. I'll say that. We've been very busy, a lot of consultation calls and a lot of things going on in regards to group homes. So y'all know, look, it's the end of the year. I put the title. Sometimes the title gets changed. I'm okay with that because somebody works on my YouTube. But I put the title this time as Set Yourself Up. Set yourself up. because sometimes it's what you do at the end of something that sets you up for a beginning. You know? You know how they say um you failed so you can have a comeback in a sense? Well, not that you failed, but if you plan, if you think about, if you reflect, if you go over things and obstacles and challenges that you had and you figure that out, and then you take that information as you're moving forward, I just feel like it makes people be in a better position than they were before. So I'm saying that because we're at the end of the year. We're at the end. We're in the last month. We're in the last few weeks of the year, you guys. And so I normally reflect on my year. It's the same as getting your books together, getting everything ready, getting all your paperwork caught up for 2024, where you need to do personal development. You need to do a reflection. You need to think about things that you did so you can do better as you move forward. And so in the community, we went over reflections. We went over all the questions that I asked myself when I'm ending out so that I can think about how to move forward into the present. Because as a business owner, I'm not just talking about group homes. I'm talking about as a business owner, because this could be applicable to business. This could be applicable to if you're in the corporate world. This could be applicable to anybody who wants to personal develop themselves into something better. So I don't believe in making what they call those New Year resolutions. I just believe in reflecting and then resetting and then recharging and moving on into the next year. So that's how I think of it. I don't do I don't do, you know, New Year's resolutions. All right, if you guys have any questions in the meantime, I'm going over reset right now. Reset, because this segment is set yourself up. Okay, so we're going to talk about resetting. All right, so when I go through my year end, I'm normally asking myself questions so I can think about what went on during the year. And so, like I said, in the group home university, in our private group, in our community group, we went over all the questions that I go over for reflection. And so I'm not going to go over that because that was for the community group. So I'm going to go over reset for you guys. How to reset. And it's just a few things that I do in order to reset. So I'm a journaler. Journaler. I like the way I said that. I'm a journaler. But I'm a person that journals, okay? I'm old school. I like paper, I like pencils most times. I done moved up a little bit. I don't do the old pencils that you sharpen, but I do the pencils that you push the lead out so I can erase. And so um I'm kind of weird. I don't like to scribble out stuff. I don't know. But anyway, so a reset basically focuses on identifying and addressing barriers to success. So that's why you reset. I just wrote down in like a little definition. And I told the community group, research reflection and why you should do it, because it is a good thing to do. And so going through the reset, these are a couple of things that I do. You can do it your way, or you can take what I have, you can build on it, you can switch it up however you want to do it. But one thing I want to say before I move forward, if you on this video and you have not liked this video, you need to like this video. And if you know anyone that is in business or thinking about going into business, share this video with them, because they need to be coming up with personal ways to develop themselves in order to be a successful business owner. And so, yeah, like this video, share this video. How about that? All right. So we're going to get started. So, the first thing you want to do when you're resetting, you want to write down 1 to 2 things holding you back from achieving your goals or moving forward in your personal and professional growth. So, 1 to 2 things that you think are holding you back. If you're a person that makes excuses, say, I make too many excuses. Y'all know last year during this time, I went over fears. Fear holds people back. Fear of failure is a lot. Some people just don't want to fail. So they like, well, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to fail. What sense does that make? How you know you're gonna fail? And then if you never try, you always gonna fail. So you got to think about it that way. So fear of failure might be one. Doubting yourselves. How many of you guys are doubting yourselves? Oh, I don't think I can. I tried it before and it didn't work. Oh, my cousin's mama, auntie, she tried it and it was hard. How many of y'all are dealing with that? So jot that down. Write down 1 to 2 things holding you back from achieving your goals. What are those things? And be honest with yourself. You might have 5 things. I'm just saying, write down 1 or 2. Okay. you know, so just write those down. It could be anything. Perfectionism. I wrote that down because I used to have that where a lot of things, I had so much content in my phone because I was I was like, oh, I don't want to post this. Oh, I look fat. Oh, I look ugly. Oh, this day my skin wasn't shining. Oh, my lips was dry. Oh, my teeth wasn't as white as they usually are. Everybody always talk about how white my teeth are. Oh, I didn't think, oh, I had something in my teeth. I didn't have on my glasses and I couldn't see, or whatever. So stop trying to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. No piece of content, no business, nothing. Nothing's perfect. Just do it. Hey, Jeanette. It's Black Amigo. Hey, Michael. How you doing? Yes. So I'm saying, think about that 1 or 2 things that are holding you back. And it could be anything. Lack of clarity. I'm just giving y'all ideas. It doesn't have to be like a person or my bad kids. It could be a thought in your mind. It could be just fear. Try to narrow down what type of fear. If you put fear, like I'm scared, why are you scared? Like, what are you scared of? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of people? Is it fear of coming out your comfort zone? Is it fear of people knowing what you do? What is it? So if you say fear, try to narrow it down to what it actually is. Okay. Procrastination. Y'all know. This is a lot of y'all that be procrastinating. So yeah, think about it. Those are internal things, external things that might have happened. I ain't got no money. you know, Uh, I ain't got no money. That might be that might be what held you back. Be honest with yourself. Lack of support, poor time management. We was just talking about that. Within the group? Are you spending a lot of time scrolling? Are you spending a lot of time dating broke people that ain't going nowhere? you know, go over what you feel like is holding you back, you know? And so you need to write that down. Write that down because you want to see it. It's something very powerful with writing stuff down and then reading it. It's like, whoa, oh my gosh. It really changes it. So don't just think about it. Actually put pen or pencil, like I said, I like the pencil to paper and write it down. So you can know the 1 to 2 things or 15 things or whatever you think it is that's holding you back from achieving your goals. So, what are reoccurring obstacles that have prevented you from reaching your full potential this year? Think about that. And if you put a name on it, if it's a person, maybe it's time to let that person go. But think about that. It's just something to think about. Are these barriers within your control or are they external factors you need to navigate? The regulations in this city are so hard, or zoning in Pennsylvania is horrible. Yes, I know this. Zoning is very horrible on the East Coast, but it can be done. Is it going to take time? Yeah. Anything worth having is worth working or fighting for, right? So, yeah, it might take you extra time, but it is doable. And then, are you willing to relocate? Ask yourself that. The barrier might be, I can't do this in my hometown. I'm going to have to relocate. Figure it out. How have these challenges impacted your progress towards your goals? How has that happened? Ask yourself that. I'm sorry, y'all. We at the end of the year. So I got to ask y'all questions instead of y'all asking me questions. I'm just joking. But yeah, it's reflection time. It's reset time. It's we getting ready. We going into 2025 and we not going to be in the same place we were 2024. So I don't want to see Alanis in the same place that she was today, next year. I want her to have the group home that she wants and be on and popping. The same way Mahogany in the same city with her has her group home. So yeah, so these are the type of things that you guys need to work through so you can get better. If you never think about what happened, what went on throughout the year, what went on last month, if you never go back and reflect on it, every time that we go through something, a challenge in my business, in multiple business that I'm in, I go back and we get feedback from the executive team. Okay, so this is what happened. All right. So what did we put in place? These are things that we actually sit down and go, my house managers call it the round table. So this is what we actually go talk about at the round table. All right. So this is what happened. So what for one, what was the result? All right. So what could we have done better? And then we try to implement, we try to put in place, it's kind of like a plan of correction in a sense. We try to put in place things to where we don't have to go through that challenge again because we done strategically set up things so we don't have to go there. So this is all you're doing in your life and in your, in your reset. This is all you're doing. You're doing a plan of correction. You're gonna have that. If you're gonna have a group home, you're gonna have to do plans of correction. So this ain't doing nothing but helping you strategically in your mind get that plan of correction done. But this is about your life. You get it? This is about your life. This is about things that you're dealing with. This ain't about your group home. You got Yay! You go, girl. All right, Sadia. I'm sorry. I got to, y'all know it's Winning Wednesday, so we got to celebrate the wins, okay? Congratulations, lady. I haven't seen you in a minute. Where have you been? Miss Thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I'm happy you came on and I'm happy you got your first client. Congratulations. Y'all go on and throw some pink hearts up in the chat and congratulate her. She got her first client. I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness. See, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. But like I said, you guys, you're going to have to do at some point a plan of correction in your group home. Okay. It might be called different things in different areas, but y'all know what it is when you got to clean up something. So, yeah. So, this is just a plan of correction for your life. Reflection, reset, recharge. So this tonight will be about reset. If y'all have any questions, or comments or wins, put them in the chat so we can celebrate with you. But I'm gonna just tell you guys that, you know, these are things that I actually do. I actually do for myself. I relocate from Minnesota to West. What? You don't what? Oh my gosh. So you done relocated since the last time I talked to you. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I mean, that's awesome. What I tell y'all, sometimes you're gonna have to move. Sometimes you're gonna have to go get it in a whole nother state. So you can't be scared. If it's for you to move, you gonna have to move. Hello, my name is Sandia. I am a new. Thank you. Okay, well, awesome, Kay. Awesome. Look, you are welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. Now, make sure you guys, if you are on this video and you have not did the little, it's over here, I think, the little thumbs up, like the video. It's more people in here than I see likes. So make sure y'all like the video, you guys. And so, yeah, so basically, um, we went over reset. So did y'all get those questions? Throw some pink hearts in the chat. Let me keep my frame of thought. Y'all know I got to keep my notes because I'll be celebrating everybody and get all off. So okay, all right. Throw some pink hearts in that chat, you guys, so I can know that y'all are on board with me. So we went over reset. I'm gonna read the questions off real quick so y'all can know. Basically, it's real easy. Reset, write down 1 to 2 things holding you back from achieving your goals or moving forward in your personal and professional growth. Okay, so that's really it to reset. And then you want to ask you kind of like some questions to identify barriers so you can know. So, what recurring obstacle has prevented me from reaching my full potential this year? You want to ask yourself that. Are these barriers within your control or are they external factors you need to navigate? And then, how have these challenges impacted your progress towards your goals? Y'all got it? Reflect, recharge, relocate. You silly, Ellen. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes y'all know I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. I am in Arizona, and I did not get a group home until I moved to Arizona. Now, I did have a uniform store in Kansas City, Missouri. So I'm not like, I'm not I would say business is not an unfamiliar territory, but I did not have a group home until I relocated. So sometimes you got to move. That's the truth. Sometimes you gotta move. That is awesome, Sadia. I'm proud of you. Yeah, because it takes a lot. Sometimes for people to leave familiar, family and familiar environment, it's a big thing. So that's nothing to take lightly. But I'm proud of you for making that decision. And look at you. You got your first client. You've been busy. That's why I ain't saw you. You've been busy. All right. Okay, so last but not least, we're gonna go over recharge real quick. How about that? Somebody type recharge in the chat if y'all ready. If you ready, type recharge in the chat. All right. We ain't gotta do it if y'all don't want to. All right. Michael said recharge. All right. Okay, so how you recharge. Now I'm gonna tell you, I do a lot of recharging. I do a lot of recharging because y'all got to understand, I'm pouring into people constantly. I have my own family, I have my own business, and then I have my community, which is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, my community group, my mentorship. So I'm constantly pouring into others. Therefore, I constantly need to be poured into. So I do this a lot because I want to come in front of y'all recharged. If I wasn't constantly recharging myself, I would be a dead battery, right? If you don't charge your laptop, if I don't charge this laptop, it's going to die. If I don't charge my phone, it's going to die. So I have to constantly recharge so I can show up. All right. So prioritize. Y'all know I always talk about this. I am not that coach, that mentor that gonna tell you to work, 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 work. No, you need self-care. Y'all need to take care of yourself because it does not make you a good caretaker if you not taking care of you first. So prioritize self-care. That's first on my list, man. That's physical, mental, emotional, all of that. I tell y'all, I don't have a lot of stress and drama in my life because I'm constantly pouring into people. I can't have a lot of drama. So my house is low sensory, low, my kids are low, except for that last one. No. But even her, she ain't a lot of drama. She just a princess. So are you prioritizing yourself? That's self-care. Are you working out? Are you eating regularly? Are you sleeping? You may be like, why are you talking to us about these simple things? Because people aren't doing it these days. Y'all would not even imagine how many people don't sleep 6 or more hours a night. There's a lot of people. How many people on here, and be honest, how many hours do y'all sleep a night? I want everybody on here to type how many hours on average you sleep per night. Do that. Come on. I'll wait. Let me drink some water. Everybody on here, put in the chat how many hours you sleep per night. First person, 4, maybe 5. Who else? Me, I work night shift, 7 p to 7 a. Might not go to sleep when I get off, maybe 6 if that. Look at you, Lisa. Alana, it's about 6, but it's only because I'm working at a big goal. I get it. I get it. Believe me, I was that one. I told y'all my story, you know. I worked a full-time job. I was a mom, I was a wife, I was working a full-time job, and I was working my group home at night. So yeah, I didn't get any sleep. I'm not gonna, but I always say now, now, make sure you have some type of routine to where you take a break. Okay, Michael, just take a break. If it's 24 hours, you just say, you know what? I'm gonna back up off of this. I'm gonna get a massage. I'm gonna sit in a sauna and I'm gonna get a good I'm gonna take something. I do that. I'm gonna take something and I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. Just recharge every blue moon and bag up off of it. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, my health was so when I first started. I mean, I don't know if y'all see the pictures. My skin was gray. I mean, I ended up losing like 85 pounds. So I was like, my highest weight, I was over 305 pounds, y'all. You know? So yes, I did. I got to my goal, but my health was jacked. And you know, just recharge. That's on my recommendation. I That's what I tell my people. You gotta have some type of routine where once a month, once every couple of weeks, you just back off up, just back up off of it for 12 hours, for a half a day or a whole day, and just recharge. Because those small changes will boost your productivity. It really will. It will make you even better than you think you are without it. So yeah, so do not sleep on that. And I just know, so many people that take their health for granted and then it's too late. I thank God that because I could have, you know, my health could have took me out and then I wouldn't have been able to enjoy everything that I had done. So just that's just my suggestion. Don't go hard all the time. Just take time and do something, Close the blinds, cut the lights off, cut on some relaxing music and just recharge. Okay, so I like to take time on that because I know as new entrepreneurs, business owners, group home owners, we want to go hard for our business because I did it, but it's always good to recharge. I'll definitely try and understand you on the health side. Yes, yes. You definitely right about health. Yes, because I know, man, them pictures and videos, I'll be looking at myself when I was just getting started. I was like, oh my God, like my skin had like my skin is like so healthy now. I was like gray. I was gray. Okay. So I just want you guys to be mindful of that because I want you to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So that's just from one OG to the young people coming in. And then revisit your why. Always keep that why at the forefront on why you're doing this. Why did you start this journey? Why is it important to you? How does achieving your goal, align with your values? I always tell my story. Y'all know my why. My why was because my sister was mentally ill. So that's why I started doing the mental health group homes. My sister was mentally ill. She came to Arizona for me to take care of her in my assisted living because I started out with an assisted living. I was taking care of all elderly people. And so she came out, I took care of her, and 3 months later she died right there in my assisted living home. And so that is my why because I don't know where my sister would have died had I not taking her into my assisted living. She could have died out on the street. She was mentally ill. And a lot of times she wouldn't take her medication. And so she's punched people. She's total multiple cars driving down the highway the wrong way. She has endangered herself, endangered others. She dived across cars to beat people up. She did all kinds of things. And so who knows where she would have been? She might have died somewhere out on the street in the gutter. I don't know. So that is why I do what I do, because I don't want people that I get emotional. I don't want people that have went through things like that with their family and their family. I understand. Sometimes you don't want to deal with that because it's a lot. But I don't want people that are mentally ill to not have somewhere to go. So I actually used to call my group home a haven of peace because I would bring them in to help to give them peace. Y'all know I'm a crybaby. So that's why I do what I do. That is my why. And that's why I continue to advocate for providers and for people that are mentally ill. And so always keep your why at the forefront of your mind, because that why is what's going to keep pushing you. That why is what's going to reset you. That why is what's going to recharge you when times ain't good. Because this journey is not easy. This journey has not been like, "Oh, this is a walk in the meadow." No, this journey has been rough. And so that why keeps me there. So in order for you to recharge, always keep your why at the forefront of your mind so you can know why you continue to do this. I done open the floodgates, y'all. I done open the floodgates. Somebody talking about auntie. Who is that? Who is that? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that why gets me every time, y'all. It gets me every time because you know, it's why I'm passionate about what I do. All right, so we gonna get off of that so I can stop crying. um, let's see. Oh, hey, heavy on the private. How you doing? I forgot. That's because I'm not doing these YouTube, so I done forgot y'all handles on here. It's important to me because I'm trying to save my bloodline from dying out and changes lives in my community. That's awesome. That's awesome, Michael. And that's a beautiful reason, you know? That is a beautiful reason. Heavy on them. I love you too. She said, my brother is schizo and won't even take meds or get help. And that's what I'm saying. So you know, you know. Yep, just tearing up my parents' house and we're all helpless. He don't want to help himself. Man, I'm telling you, that is a hard thing. That is a hard thing. And then a lot of times you can't force them. Like you can't force them, which is which is crazy. But yeah, man. So back to recharge, y'all. See, y'all get me on my why, and I just nah. So recharge, create an energizing plan. So you want to break down your big goals, you guys, because you might be looking at this like, oh my God. A lot of people come to me and they're just like, oh my God, the process is it just seems like a lot. But yes, but what do I always say? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So take that large goal. You want to energize your plan by taking your large goal and breaking it down into smaller goals. And then once you hit one, celebrate. Like we on here for Winning Wednesday, and we celebrating everything, every win. Celebrate that small thing. Then you go to the next one. You celebrate it. You go to the next one. You celebrate it. And then you keep going. Then before you know it, you've completed this huge goal by just taking small steps. What do I always say, y'all? Just keep moving. How many people have came back into this group and said, "Oh my God, I finally got my license," or "Oh my," like Sadi, "Oh my God, I finally got my first client," because they just kept moving. Sadia literally moved, you know, but you gotta keep moving. No matter how small, just do what you can do. Some of y'all are working like me. Some of y'all got families like I did. Some of y'all don't have no money like I did. Do small steps. I did what I could do until I could do more. And that's what you got to do. You just got to keep moving. Don't give up. Don't try to have I'm going to wait till everything's perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. So you might as well take what you have, take a small step, and go to the next step, because it's never going to be perfect. Okay? So somebody's talking to me. What?
Turn your Bluetooth on. Turn your car.
Okay. So sorry about that, you guys. Just take small steps. Okay? Just take small steps. Let me see. What is everybody saying? I'm so sorry this may be off topic, but how long did it take for you to see some level of profit from your group home? Okay, so Butterfly, in my group home journey, I started in March. I started my group home in March. I did not actually, I would say I started the business in March. So the business, all of that. Then we moved, and then we were having the house worked on. We moved in. I'm just telling you about the whole process so you can know. Then we moved into the group home, started working on it, doing all this stuff. That was like in November. And then the state came out. Then in January, we got our first two clients. We did, let me see, I think it was February it was March when we actually got our first billing in. And then it was May when I got my first check. So all that time from March of last year, we were paying. I got my first check, which was $1,000, that said I don't have to pay out money anymore. So all that time I was paying money out my pocket until I got that first check to say everything was paid and this is what we were getting. So in essence, I think I would say to have, like, I consider that a profit because we had more than what we needed. But I would say actual in the green, I would say give yourself a year, because I don't know where you're at. A lot of stuff I did was cash. I told y'all I didn't have no business credit. We was using debit cards up until year 3. We were strictly cash. I didn't have not a credit card. I didn't have a loan. I didn't have nothing. So I don't know what situation that you're in to see. So to me, Me getting that $1,000 check was we in the profits because all of our bills was paid and we actually got some money. So thank you, Mama Mari, and I'm so sorry about your sister. No worries, Michael. No more pain for her. So I'm like, um, that was 2000 and oh, I can't even think now. 2014? No. 2017. Yeah, she died in 2017. Yeah, November. Um, I gotta stop letting that hold me back. Yeah, you do. I'm the everything gotta be. See, everything don't have to be perfect, girl. Everything. Now I know you perfect, but everything else ain't gotta be perfect. I'm flirting with Lisa, y'all. Alana says, "How much money do you think I might need to start?" That's gonna depend on a lot of factors. So we'll have to discuss that, Alanis, because that's gonna that's gonna you know depend on what house you get, how much the rent is, how much the utilities are. Um, do you have a team that's willing to help you till you get some money in? So that's gonna I don't like giving a number because it depends on where you're at. I had I had like my sister was the nurse. I didn't have to pay a nurse. My sister was the administrator because she was the nurse. I was the admin. So I did all the paperwork. I did all the applications. I did, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know who you have on your team to say because we saved ourselves a lot of money because I learned billing. I sat up all night, taught myself how to bill, and I did the billing. So I didn't have to pay a biller. So all of these things you guys have to factor in. Like, who is your team? Who's going to work with you? My sister was in it with me, so she already knew we ain't got no money, you ain't got no money. Do you got people willing to do that? So all of that has to be taken into account when you're saying how much do you have to have. So I can't really give you a number because I don't know. It's just gonna depend. I had all kind of people doing stuff for me because I had built relationships. So I was like, "Hey, can you do this?" I flew my brother out. I think his ticket was $100 and some dollars. My brother did construction, so I flew him out and was like, "Hey, we'll give you a room. We need this house painted. We need construction done. We need these lighted exit signs put in." We told him what he needed. Now he did all kind of stuff while he was there, but he got the job done. And I didn't really have to pay him that much. So I don't know who's on your team. I was rubbing two nickels together saying, we about to make this work. We about to make something happen. Thank you for answering that. I'm in Georgia. Okay, awesome. I guess I'm gonna quit my job to work on it. Girl, I worked. You guys, I tell y'all, for about a whole year, I worked my full-time job, mother of six. I had a husband at home, and my husband was not on my team. I will tell you that. That's why he ain't my husband no more. But he was not rooting for me. So I had all kind of stuff going on. And I was like, this is the mission. This is what we about to do. And I tell the story all the time. People think I be joking. There were months I had no money in my household because all my money was going toward this house. So I was like, we gonna do what we gotta do. My husband had money coming in, but I wasn't contributing because my whole check was going to this group home to get it together, supplies, all kinds of stuff. And so he'd be like, well, I'm not doing this, or I'm not gonna get. And I went to my kids. My kids was on my team. I was like, look, mama need this money. We about to eat peanut butter and jelly. Y'all cool? My kids was like, we about to eat peanut butter and jelly. And so we ate peanut butter and jelly for months at a time because the money had to go somewhere else. I'm not going to say my husband ate peanut butter and jelly because, like I said, he wasn't a part of my team. It is what it is. Everybody can't go where you going. He kicking himself every day now though, but nah. But yeah, everybody can't go where you going. So you got to do what you got to do. You got to figure out who's on your team and take a look, reset, recharge. Uh let's see. I have $0. Don't be saying that, Alanis. You working. Same as me. I was working. Boy, I was working. I was getting them bonuses. I worked a sales job that I hated. I hate sales, y'all. But I knew I could make bonuses if I worked sales. I was very strategic, y'all. Very strategic about what I did. So I took that sales job because I knew I could make bonuses. And I worked that job and I made some damn good bonuses. But I ended up needing it all, so it is what it is. Flip Plug says, keep dropping it, Mari. All right, Flip Plug. I have a team behind me, but I don't think they are able to help because they have to take care of themselves also. No worries. I mean, see what they can contribute. Like I said, everybody couldn't do everything. There were people picking my kids up. Can you pick my kids up? Can you go to these games? Can you do this? Because I can't do it because I don't have time. There's a lot of stuff I missed. So if you got a team that's just like, hey, I'll support you by supporting, I don't know if you have kids, but I'm saying a team player don't always have to look like a team player. You know what I'm saying? So it was important to me that my kids made their um obligations because I couldn't, y'all, I was working. I was working sometimes 6 to 2. I would come home, take a nap, get up, shower, and then I would work. And getting from downtown to my house was like an hour, So literally, I would come home about 3. I would lay down. I would get up at 6. I would shower, put on my scrubs, and I would go in at 7 to relieve my partner because she would work 7A to 7P. And so then I would go in, I would work, I would have to at 7, I would get meds out, I would get everybody, together. And then sometimes I was up trying to learn billing because I was the one responsible for billing. So I would sit up till, as long as I could. And then I would kick back that recliner and I would take me, sleep as long as I could. And then I would get up. She would come in. I would leave out and I would go to work. So you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do to get where you got to go. That's all I can say. So, and like I said, people that are on your team don't necessarily have to put in money. They don't necessarily have to work in your home. They could just be a support system for you. Hey, can you run this errand for me? Can you do this? Can you do that? I got a niece. She ain't never like financially did anything. But I'm gonna tell you, if I call that girl and I ask her, hey, can you run down here and grab such and such for me? Yeah, auntie, I'll do it. But she don't never have money to do nothing. I still consider her on my team because she's contributing. It's something I couldn't do and she could. So you got to think of it that way when you're thinking about your team players. Hello, Mrs. Hayes. My wife and I received a disappointing message from the state of New Jersey that we cannot open a group home until we perform individual support services and community based services for 2 years. Oh my gosh. Mm, I'm sorry to hear that, Eric. That is East Coast, y'all. Look, I'm telling you, it's a lot of regulations changing, you guys. It's a lot of regulations changing, and they're really, really pushing. I'm gonna tell y'all, they sent a mandate down. I told y'all I was gonna talk about the mandate, and I forgot. Dang, it's been an hour. I'm gonna have to do it on another call. But they sent, you can look it up. They sent a mandate out, the federal government, in regards to community-based services. So you will notice that in a lot of states, they're gonna be pushing that. So I'm just give y'all a heads up. Thank you for bringing it up, Eric. I'm sorry about your situation. But yeah, they're really pushing that. They're even pushing it here in Arizona. I've had people that I deal with come back and say, I was talking to them about a group home and they talking about home-based services because it's a big thing. It's a big thing. I'll be able to look. Y'all know I got my hand in everything. Y'all know if a mandate went down, Myrrie Hayes gonna be in it somewhere. So be looking out for information on home-based community services because yeah, because you have to be, especially if they put down a mandate, you're gonna have to be ahead of the game. So it might be a good, I mean, it might seem like, man, right now, but it might be a good thing because they're just now pushing people to do it if you get in now. Didn't find out until we were approved as a Medicaid provider and already purchased. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. That's the attitude to have. He said, we are counting it all joy. That's it. That's got it. You just got to pivot. I tell y'all that all the time. You just got to pivot. That's it. So I'm so glad you have a good attitude about it. But yes, you guys, they did put a mandate out in regards to home based care. So I know in different areas they're going to be pushing that. They're pushing that. They're pushing host homes. Um, if you guys don't know about that, I can do a video later on about host homes to give y'all information about that. But yeah, they are they are pushing that. What's that house base? In Arizona, it's called HBCS, Home Based Community Services. So that's what it's called in Arizona. And then in New Jersey, I assume it's called Home Based Services. So it's going to be called different things in different area. And just to let you know, I just saw somebody on here from Georgia. I think it was Butterfly. Butterfly, if you're thinking about doing a mental health adult home, don't do it. Don't think about doing it in Georgia because Georgia just changed all their regulations. I believe it was March 2024, and they are making it so hard. I did a video. You can go back and watch it. I did a video called Please Don't Open a Group Home in Georgia. And I was speaking about adult behavioral health group homes. Like right now, you got to be um, accredited for like 2 years. What small business gets accredited um, right off the bat? And then to say 2 years, how can you open a new group home if you have to be accredited 2 years? It's just all this extra stuff that Georgia just added. Um, so yeah, no, you don't. It's actually kind of like a service where people go into people's homes to provide services. So no, you don't need it for behavioral health. If you're already licensed for a behavioral health group home, Michael, then you're okay. And then you just need to put in your access application. That's what you need to do. but but yeah, home community based services in Arizona is where um you go out to take care of people in homes. And so um yeah, y'all probably be hearing about more about that from me because um I have a home care, a home community based services business. Yeah. So I have cut ties. That BOI, y'all, that that beneficial owner um information thing that they just said we didn't have to do had me cut a lot of ties with people because I was partners in businesses and I did not want anyone to know that I was. And so I just signed off on a few to end a few partnerships because I thought that I was going to have my name out there, but then they came back and said you don't have to do the BOI, and I said, "Okay, thank you, Lord." So it must have been time for me to end those partnerships. But I have created several different business partnerships with different people, and one of them is home based community services. How do you feel about that idea? I think it's a great idea. You should try it, especially if they're really pushing it and you guys are at the forefront. You can probably build up something great off of it. Like I said, Eric, I'm actually doing it right now. So I'm not fully active in that business, but I probably will be because y'all know I'm more of a marketer and relationship builder, and that is something that is good to have in this type of business. And so I'll probably start coming out as the new year comes in. I'll probably start speaking more out about it. I may do a few videos about it, but yes, I think it's always good for us to get to start something at the beginning instead of waiting until you don't have an option, you know? So if this is what they're saying, yeah, do it. It's 2 years. It's 2 years of your life, and y'all know anything I'm in, you can make a little change. so yeah, so try it. Try it. It won't hurt, you know? I've oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I've been dibbling and dabbling, looking in the portals and different things like that, checking out the rates and um so I'll start, like I said, in the new year, I'll start talking out more about it because I'm telling y'all, across the country, they're gonna be pushing it more. They're gonna be pushing it. Now, New Jersey is the first one I heard that's like, do it. You know, you can't have a group home, you gonna do this. But but Arizona is pushing it. They really are. But that that is really I had some more to go over for recharge, but those were at the top of my list was the self-care cuz you got to do it, you guys. And then the hanging on to your why, and then also too breaking down your goals, breaking down your goals. Another thing I had at the bottom was declutter, and that's kind of what I was doing with being having partnerships in all these different businesses, and you know, just trying to be have my hand in too much. And so that BOI thing just pushed me to get out of stuff. So I don't have to have it all. And so cutting off ties sometimes is a good thing. Decluttering your life is a good thing. Um like I said, closing out some businesses, closing out some bank accounts. How many of y'all are like me that had like bank accounts everywhere? Um, and I was just like, what am I doing? So yeah, you get them deals. I'm crazy, y'all. They be like, "Oh, we'll give you $800. You open the account." I'm so silly. Okay, and then I get, you deposit 5 or 10,000, then they give you 800 and all of that. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. How many of y'all do that besides me? They always offering something. So I had money all like crazy all over town. I sold some properties because I was just people coming to town. I'm like, oh, I got an empty house. So I sold some properties and I cleaned out garages, to declutter. So I cleaned out my garage. Um, I cleaned out all my group home garages. So just doing things like that for real, it will recharge you because you just hang on to stuff. Like if you haven't saw that stuff in a year, throw it out. So my house is so like my whole house is like recharged because I'm living a minimalist life, y'all. I just want less is more to me. So it's like and clothes just you're on social media, so you buy an outfit every freaking time you gonna be on camera and you just accumulate this stuff. So I gave a lot of stuff away. Y'all know we had a garage sale about a month ago and because all I wear is my sweatshirts, my friends' t-shirts, and all of that. And so declutter. It will recharge you. Get rid of some stuff you don't need. And just remove the distractions. Stop watching so much TV. Y'all know I always say that. Stop watching so much of this uh reality crap. Ugh, I hate when I get together with a group of women and they talking about the housewives and all of that. I don't watch none of that stuff because I don't want that stuff getting in my mind. Them women be on there fighting, it's drama. I don't want drama in my life. So I'm not gonna put it in my body. I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna watch it because that's not something that I want in my life. So think about that as you go through life. Stop watching all that stuff. Declutter your workspace, declutter your bedroom, um, and just get rid of old commitments. These things that we hold on to, this obligation, you know? Declutter your obligations. I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm for real. It just makes it just lifts the weight off your shoulders when you let a lot of just declutter your life, you know? So those are things that I wanted to go over to reset and recharge. And like I said, within the community group, we went over all the questions that I use to reflect. And these are things that we should do at the end of the year, at the end of the month, or like me, I go through stuff at the end of the week. Well, the beginning of the week, I go through on Sundays. Um, to so you're strategic about what you do because don't go through 2000 if you were just going through 2024 like, oh, whatever happened to me happened, oh, I'm just gonna do this. And be more strategic about what you do, who you do it with, and where you go. That's what we're gonna do in 2025. Okay, who's with me? Who is with me? Who on here? Throw some pink hearts in the chat if you are saying in 2025, I am going to be strategic about what I do, who I'm around, and where I go. Who's going to do that with me? Anybody? Throw some pink hearts in the chat if y'all going to be strategic or if y'all just floating through life like, oh, whatever. Yeah, let's be strategic because I want to be so much further. And People look at me like, God, you've done so much. No, there's so much to do. Like, there's so much to do. I'm not trying to do it all, but what's for me, I want to have. I want to be strategic about it, and I want to get to it, and I want to help others get to it. So, yeah. So, yes, Lisa, be intentional. Yes. Thank you for the pink hearts. Yes, me. I'm with you. Okay, okay, Bostic. Alana's throwing the pink hearts up in there. Yes, let's be strategic. Let's be intentional. And let's stop playing with these lives that God wakes us up. Those of you who are on here, I know he woke you up this morning or this evening or whenever because you're on here. And so let's not waste any more time. Like, for real. But no, that's all, y'all. I enjoyed tonight. I enjoyed all the wins. I enjoyed every single comment. You guys showed up. My members is in the house. Yes, Lisa, Eric, Elena, all of y'all in the house. All the members in the house. I love it. I love it, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for spending this time with me tonight. Hey, y'all know if you're in Arizona, I think you're coming. If you're in Arizona and you're not doing anything Friday night, there should be a link around here to my community holiday party. We doing a kickback, y'all. Old school. Yes. Make sure you RSVP if you want to show up Saturday. I mean, not Saturday, Friday. Make sure oh, you're not, Eric? You better make sure you're subscribed. Oh, well, you're a member. You should be. But yeah, if you're in Arizona, make sure you show up. 'Cause we're gonna have fun. White elephant game we're gonna play. And we're just gonna have a good time, do some networking. All right. And it's free. So you can show up. Ah, cool, cool. Okay, Michael. Can't wait to meet you too. Oh, you're so welcome, Lisa. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. And as I always say, be a blessing to someone else. Goodbye.